So in the previous class, we have seen about the villi. There are two types of villi: ordinary villi and sex villi. So ordinary villi have a functions for the attachment to the other bacteria. Okay, they have a proteins called adhesins. From that, with the help of this protein, they can attach with the other host membrane. Okay, so ordinary villi have a symbiotic and pathogenic means they play a role in adherence of symbiotic and pathogenic bacteria to the host cells. By these villi, they can attach to the other host cells. Okay, but with the help of sex villi, the bacteria can transfer genetic material from one bacteria into the other bacteria with the help of villus. Okay, so they help in the process called bacterial conjugation. The conjugation is the process by which one bacteria can transfer a genetic material from one bacteria, donor of the bacteria, to the recipient bacteria. Okay, so this is donor, this is recipient, and here is the process where relaxosome and transcription. Please all mute yourself. Next is endospore. Endospores are the structures or spores which can form by the bacteria when they are in unfavorable condition. Okay, when the environmental condition is not favorable for the bacteria, then the bacteria forms spores because of protecting themselves from the unfavorable condition. Okay, so bacteria forms endospores when they are not in favorable conditions. When environmental condition does not suit them, then they forms endospores for the protection of themselves. Okay, so some bacteria, notably those of genera Bacillus and Clostridium, develop a highly resistant resting phase or endospore. Okay, so they forms endospores whereby an organism can survive in a dormant state through a long period of starvation or other adverse environmental conditions. तो जब कभी भी बैक्टीरिया को न्यूट्रिएंट्स नहीं मिलता या इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशंस ऐसी हो जाती हैं जैसे कि कोई आपने एकदम सडनली टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज कर दिया या फिर आपने न्यूट्रिएंट्स नहीं दिया उनको या फिर बहुत ज़्यादा लो टेम्परेचर है, तो उस सब केसेस में क्या है कि एक डॉर्मेंट स्टेट में बैक्टीरिया चला जाता है, अपने आप को सर्वाइव कैसे करता है by the formation of endospores. Endospores formation हो जाता है inside the bacteria and that spores can become alive when they come in favorable condition. So spore formation is the formation by which bacteria can survive in a dormant state and it can survive for a long period of time. For a long period of time, they can become like a spore, and whenever they get a favorable condition, they again form into a new bacteria cell. Okay, so this is the pictures. These are the pictures in which you are seeing the spores in between the bacterial cells. Round spore-like structure is present in between the bacterial cells. These are present in between. Here multiple spores are there in a bacteria. Here single spores are present at the end of the bacteria. Here in the middle you can see the spores. So these are endospores. Okay, these endospores will not involve in the multiplication process. So whenever a spore forms, then first These are the steps by which spores will form. So first, cell, whenever it's similar to a cell division process in which first the nuclear division will multiply, nuclear material will multiply, it will arrange itself to the center of the cell wall. Then a septum will start to form. This is the plasma membrane will form a septum. Okay, this is the starting of septum. And that septum will form that will separate the nuclear material of a bacteria to the spore genetic material. So a part of nuclear material is enclosed in a septum. Okay, this is a septum formation with the help of plasma membrane, and a slight nuclear material comes under the septum formation, and this is called spore. From septum formation, the spore will form. Spores, here the nuclear material is not visible, then in this spore nuclear material is also visible. First it is transparent in structure, then it becomes opaque like a structure, or some material is seen inside this spore. Okay, after spores, then above the septum, septum is called as core, and above the septum a cortex wall is formed. Okay, cortex wall is formed. First is core. First inner material is core, that is called core. Then outer cortex wall is formed. Outer the cortex wall, a coat material is formed. Okay, coat is formed. And then above the coat, exosporium will form over the spore. So this is spore coat and this is exosporium. Finally, a spore will form that contain, first is core, second is cortex layer, then coat layer is there, and finally a exosporium layer is there. So in spore, 4 types of wall is present. First is core, then cortex, then spore coat is there, and finally a exosporium layer is there. So spore material contains 4 types of layers. First is core, second is cortex, then coat, and then exosporium. So how a spore is formed in unfavorable condition, that process is here, that plasma membrane will fold and it will fold, and a septum is formed which will divide nuclear material from the whole nuclear material into a slightly nuclear material is enclosed in a septum wall. Then a spore is formed. Spore will become core, and above the spore or core like a structure, a cortex wall is formed. Cortex wall, above the cortex, a coat layer is formed, and coat layer, above the coat layer, exosporium will form. Like that, whole spore will form, and it contains core, cortex, spore coat, and exosporium. So these 4 layers will protect a spore from the unfavorable condition. Okay, these spores can not destroy inside the unfavorable condition, and whenever a favorable condition will come, then these spores will become a live bacteria. Okay, so if we see the core wall, then core wall contains inner spore membrane. It contains normal peptidoglycan and layer. Means because you have seen that it will form from the plasma membrane. Okay, plasma membrane first fold and then it becomes septum. Septum means a one division type of structure is called septum, which divides two cells from one another. That is called septum, or a layer between the two cells is called septum. So septum is formed with the help of plasma membrane. So plasma membrane, you know that the cell wall or cell membrane contains of peptidoglycan. So mostly the core wall contains peptidoglycan layer. Okay, it becomes the cell wall of this core spore. Above the core, then cortex layer is there. This is core wall. Core wall contains peptidoglycan layer. Above the core wall, a cortex layer is present. So cortex layers is also it's also contain peptidoglycan, and some of the lysoenzymes are also present. Means lysoenzymes, this cortex wall is sensitive to lysozyme. Lysozymes, you know, lysozymes are the enzymes which so core wall, above the core wall, cortex layer is there. Cortex layer is sensitive towards the lysozymes. Lysozymes are the enzymes which degrades the uh, unwanted materials from the cell. So like they are sensitive to lysozymes. Whenever they will have the contact with the lysozymes will degrade this cortex layer. Okay, so it's whenever they comes with the contact of lysozymes, they autolyze this cortex layer and starts in germination process. Okay, so whenever germination process takes place, the first exosporium will dissolve, then spore coat will dissolve, and then cortex layer will dissolve. So finally a core will be exposed, and this core will become a new bacteria. Okay, so the cortex layer is above the core wall. Then again coat layer is there. Coat uh, is composed of keratin-like protein containing many intramolecular disulfide bonds. They are impermeable because the impermeability of this layer confers on spores their relative resistance to antibacterial chemical agents. So this core wall, this coat layer will be resistance to the antibacterial chemical agents. Finally, a exosporium layer is there, which is composed of lipoprotein membrane and lipoprotein membrane, and it also contains some carbohydrate molecules also. So this is the structure of a endospore, which contain core, then cortex, then coat wall is there, spore coat is there, and finally exosporium layer is there. Okay, so this is the structure of endospore. If you see the several species, then appearance of the mature spores varies according to the species, being some are spherical in shape, some are ovoid, some are elongated, some are present in terminal, some are present in subterminal, some are present in central positions, and some are narrow in structure, some are broad in structure, some are bulging in structure. So all these structures of endospores are seen in this diagram. First, it is present in the central and oval in structure. This is present in subterminal structure. These are some terminal structure. These are centric structure. These are bulging type of structure. So this is lateral structure. So 1 and 4 are central endospore. 2, 3, and 5. 2, 3, and 5 are terminal endospore, and 6 is a lateral endospore. So according to species, they are present in different shapes and different positions, at different positions. If we do the staining of these endospores, then according to species, it will look different. These are unstained and these are stained. Below are the pictures of stained endospores and these are the pictures of unstained endospores. Gram stained appearing as a clear space within the stained cells. So endospores, actually a negative type of staining is done on the endospores, where the spores will not acquire the color and rest of the part of the cells will acquire the color. So you are seeing in these pictures that endospores are not transparent in structure and whole of the cell or whole of the bacterial cells are stained and they are seen in different colors. These are blue colors, these are red colors. Endospores are not seen in any color. In this, green color is there. Here, not any color is there. This is again a different picture. So these are endospores. So viability of endospores, if you see, they are much more resistant than the vegetative form to exposure of disinfectant, drying or heating. Whenever they come in contact with unfavorable conditions, they become endospores. And these endospores are much more resistant than the vegetative form. Okay, because cortex and outer coat is very resistance toward the various types of chemical agents. They contain high calcium and depocolonic acid. They contain low amount of water and their metabolic and enzyme activity is very low. So these are the reasons why the endospores are resistant towards the various types of disinfectants or chemical agents, and they can survive in harsh conditions also. And whenever they get the favorable conditions, they become live within 2 hours and they become a new bacteria cells. Okay, so these are the whole structures of bacteria where we have seen the nucleoid, cytoplasm, nuclear membrane, plasma membrane, cell wall, capsules, endospores, flagella, and villi. So whenever the questions will come on the structure of bacteria, then you have to write with the detailed diagrams. You have to write with